Hey people, Indrid here. PV3 Faction War. This is Cathari Ruins and Orks versus Chaos Space Marines. For the blue Orky team, Mitch the Ninja is a Kommando knob infiltrating hero that shoots you, stabs you and blows you up. Orky style begins with a twin link shooter alongside a couple of war bosses. We have Venjitron with the Goths elite scheme recolored, I think. And Ghaz. These guys walk through objects, very strong offense, disruption and support from the front lines. Red Chaos fellas, cyanIDe is a Chaos Sorcerer, offensive and disruptive hero with powerful battlefield manipulation and control. Black Legion. Alongside is Morty as a Plague Champion, starts off with a damage of a time bolt gun, can get melee weapons, some strong utility and support, can also repair. Death Guard elite scheme. And rounding off the teams, Fenrigh, I'm gonna say, with a Chaos Lord, a durable and destructive hero, walking through objects cannot be suppressed with powerful offense and disruption, fighting in melee. Idle right now, but I'm sure they'll get to some murder later. Heretics are going to try and grab that central VP. This is a no natural victory point map, so you get some very quick games with triple caps and the like. I like that Venjitron's version number coincides with Elite Mod's version number. So maybe when the modders update Elite, they're also updating Venjitron. So you need to be careful what you do, fellas. You don't want to just increase the DPS of Venjitron. Warboss ignoring the Chaos Lord, trying to get in on that Plague Champion. Chaos Lord will happily murder some Orks in the meantime. Plague Champion trying to keep away from the Warboss so he can keep firing his weapon. Doing a good job with it so far. Firing on the move there. Sluggers dealt with. Some more shooter boys coming in. There's some Nurgle worship for the health regen of Morty's units. Not sure. Oh, there's CSM right there. Chaos Lord needs to try and get a good kill the week to heal up here. Might be tough though. Would be a sloppy Orc that allows their shooter boys to surround the Chaos Lord. Chaos Lord is dealt with. Warboss is dealt with. Can they finish him? They can finish him. Plague Champion's damage over time bolt gun is great for that kind of thing. Wait, where is the Plague Champion? Oh, he's capping over here. I think he was firing on the Orc Warboss though. Sluggers with burners for Venjitron trying to get a flank, but this could be dicey. Double CSM and Heretics are here. Heretics are worshipping though for some reason. Heretics should be fighting here. Got some CSM coming into melee from the flank. And more Heretics coming in from Morty. They knew it was time to fight. These guys are still worshipping Khorne. Warboss with a good stomp from Ghaz. And now Storm Boys hit the field. It's so frantic on this map. I haven't even gone up to the northeast yet. Warboss is trying to get a revive. What's going on northeast? Chaos Sorcerer is taking some damage but does get the VP capped. Kommando's here though. Noise Marines up here for cyanIDe. Heretics run away. Also has some Chaos Space Marines back at base. And Mitch with just double shooters. With big shooters up. Sluggers with burners. Kommando getting shut down by the Sonic Blaster, which disables ranged attacks while it does damage. Pretty good weapon. Kommando runs away. They have the northeast power, so there wasn't really anything else for him to do. And cap. Maybe he could have gone after this. It's all sneaky like. But he was quite low. Looks like Venjitron's Warboss is still down, so Ghaz was not able to revive. Does have a big old hammer though, so he's pleased with this, I'm sure. Angry Bits also up. And they've got some Storm Boys too. Jump troops with power melee weapons, they'll be good against the Chaos Space Marines. Nurgle worship, those Heretics are low. Oh, they'll also be good at tearing apart the Plague Champion. Nurgle worship to help save him, but can the Heretics get away now? I think so. Chaos Space Marines with Eternal War for Fenrigh. Double Eternal War actually. Where's the Chaos Lord then? Oh, he's capping the central VP. There we go, turns red. 2-1 cap for the red Chaos team. Storm Boys jumping back. Orcs looking to grab the southwest victory point here. Warboss charging through. Ghaz nicely timed to mess with those Heretics trying to run through. There's some Khorne worship. +2 speed gets the Chaos Lord in play a bit sooner. And he does have the combi flamer now. Goes straight after that Warboss. Should have stayed back and shot him, I think. Gets him down. Now surrounded by Storm Boys. Runs away. Did get a kill the weak there, but I don't think it hit the Storm Boys very well. I think it was before the Storm Boys landed. Sorcerer's down now. Kommando doing his thing. Raptors getting a good jump. That suppression when they land. Bad news for ranged troops that they jump into. We've got more Raptors. Raptors for Morty and Raptors for cyanIDe. I hear Noise Marines doing their thing. They have found some power to bash. Looks like they want to bash it and not try to steal it. Has anyone gotten a natural powers yet? Looks like this has been touched a bit. It might have been bashed. I don't think the southern ones have. Orks are taking the southwest as they start to think about their tier 2s, these players. Mitch has gone tier 2. Venjitron not done in tier 1. Get some Storm Boys up. Oh, and then the Warboss falls over. Not sure what he was up to there. Can't take in all this stuff, my friend, when you've got that much health. Raptors flee. Not sure if this is going to be enough to hold us. A lot of Orks there, and they're all upgrading the stuff for Mitch. Sneaky Orks with Hide the Boys. Global ability of the Kommando. And here come those Raptors. A good jump into the back lines. They've avoided the Orc melee, but not for long. Here come Sluggers to counter-initiate. Those burners give them a couple of power weapons. This is a big old fight here. Big old fight. Not sure if those Raptors are going to get away. They do not get away. Those are Morty's Raptors. cyanIDe still has theirs. They're the tier 2 for Morty. Looks like a good jump, but then like 1,000 Orcs showed up. Chaos Lord gets away okay. It's a good Doom bolts into a blob of greenskins there. Lots of bang bang hammer buffs, I suppose. Also have spiky armor for Ghaz's Warboss. Where's Venjitron's? Also has spiky armor and does get away safely. .440 to 430, pretty even on VPs. Raptors getting torn apart again. I don't think they're going to get away. They do not get away. Big losses for the Chaos fellas. Can they recover a bit in tier 2? Mitch, the ninja, has a death thread on the way. That guy died super hard. Is that the Noise Marines wiping? It is. What a grim end to tier 1 for the Chaos fellas. That was a rough old couple of fights. Storm Boys. Storm Boy alert. Need to get some anti-melee stuff on this Plague Champion. Where's the Unholy Stench? Where's the sword? Where's the grenades? I mean, you're in tier 2. You can get the Icon of Nurgle as well, which is awesome. Get some Chosen Plague Marines up as well. Maybe. I think I'd get Chosen Plague Marines right about now and start kitting out my Plague Champion. Hope your allies can pick up the other slack. Combi Flamer, immolate stuff. Storm Boys really determined to get a model off those CSM, but they couldn't quite do it. This is a massive blob of Orcs. A Noxious Cloud in there would be pretty good. Also a Dark Flames could do some work. Stun Bomb. Down goes the Chaos Lord. That was sloppy from Fenrigh. Death Tread getting stuck into some CSM. They need to back off. Is that double Mark of Tzeentch? It is double Mark of Tzeentch for Fenrigh. I think they've over-invested in those CSM. You don't need Mark of Tzeentch right now. You need numbers on the field. You need counters to their melee. You're just getting run over by it right now. Could get the big old Blood Maul. Morty has got a Blood Crusher. Now that could do some work. Got to keep the Death Tread off it if you can. Also getting Plague Marines to help with the Death Tread. Here's the Blood Crusher. It has heavy melee damage, so it's going straight after the Death Tread. But now it turns to engage it. I'm not sure who wins this fight. The Blood Crusher, I believe, does more DPS, but the Death Tread has a bit more hit points. It's probably the Death Tread 1v1 because it'll have melee resistance and the Blood Crusher does not. It also has Burners and Bits, which means 300 more hit points. But that's in a 1v1 scenario, which rarely happens in Dawn of War 2. And support this Blood Crusher with worship, for example. It's a demon. Warboss comes charging in with angry bits. Venjitron's got the power claw up. Death Dread turns to engage. User choppers up on the Storm Boys, and they're going after the Blood Crusher. And I think it's done for. Needed to charge that thing out. There's a Noxious Cloud. 4-1-2 to 3-5-6. A Dreadnought now on the field with Mark of Khorne for cyanIDe. Sorcerers can support this thing quite well because of their ability to warp it around in and out of trouble. That Warboss is quite low. Dreadnought goes after him, almost gets him, does get him. I think maybe the Plague Champion finished him off. We do have Black Grenades up now. Warboss, despite having the Power Claw, cannot 1v1 a melee focused walker. Just takes too much damage from it because it doesn't. The Warboss doesn't have vehicle armor. Lots of Daka for these heretics. Meanwhile, southwest, it's red and it's calm. It's calm for the Chaos Lord. He's got some Raptors up. He's got some Plague Marines up. Speaking of Plague Marines, here are Mortys. That's what he has right now. VP, says Morty. Indeed. Gone for the middle one there. They're hoping the Orcs get distracted by fighting, which does happen sometimes. The Storm Boys still alive. Yes, they are. Venjitron still has Storm Boys. Oh, so does Ghaz. Some Gretchens up as well. They've gone for the ammo runs. Gretchens. I think it's meant to be ammo runs rather than runs. I'm not sure though. Maybe ammo runs is a thing. They do ammo runs. They're running ammo to the front lines, I guess. Chaos Space Marines with Mark of Khorne now for cyanIDe. A decent Black Grenade throw onto those Orcs from the Plague Champion. They found some tank busters to rip and tear. They might kill him. And they do indeed kill him. Storm Boy's very, very low here, but the Plague Champion can't finish him off. Should have got Icon of Noble, I think. If you're already in tier 2, I think the Icon is so good. Especially when you're against aggressive Orcs like this who are just getting up in your face. Down goes the Warboss. That's Venjitron's Warboss going down. Fenrigh has come to the top of the map to help out. They need to be careful. Double Mark of Zinc CSM. Deal a lot of ranged damage, but when you get melee Orcs on them, there's not a lot they can do about it. Invested heavily in those CSM, and they are level 3. They've done some work. Where's the Chosen Plague Marines, Morty? Got tons of resources. They got some Chaos Space Marines up. Oh, they got Mark of Khorne. Now getting Eternal War. For the Orcs. When the Orcs get their melee roll in, they're just swarming stuff. The Sorcerer trying to get Vestments of the Warp. Does he have the Sword of Flame? I think he does, yeah. So they can wreathe stuff in fire, such as his Chaos Space Marines here. Also level 3. Little bit of a touch of power bashing from the Sluggers. Orcs have also taken the southwest, but Chaos Space Marines here to reclaim it, or maybe not. Storm Boys coming in from downtown with Ard Boys and User Choppers. Just make sure they win that fight quickly. Maybe they can get through to this power with those burners and do some work. Orcs with a triple cap here. Can the Chaos Fellas come back into it? CSM planting their feet and shooting. Looking for some cover. You can get cover out of these divots that these little craters that the Warboss leaves when he charges. Oh, those guys just died. Those guys just got shot to death. There's commandos in there. They have a lot of Daka. Chaos Lord turns around when he sees all the Orcs come in. The Chaos Fellas are reeling here. Morty and Fenrigh have had rough games here and there. cyanIDe still has his Dreadnought though. That was a really early Doom Blast from those heretics. Don't think it hit anything. Chaos Lord in a bit of trouble. They just did not deal with the melee. The Chaos fellas, they have the tools. You got Blood Mauls, you got Chains of Torment. You've got a bunch of Plague Champion stuff, but they didn't really use it. In fact, they got Vestments of the Warp up, cyanIDe. Bad use of their heroes, I think. One of the issues here. It's a looted tank now. Warboss is going to kill the Plague Champion, maybe. There's the melee charge, but couldn't get a last hit. I think the Orks are going to see this out now. I think they have too much momentum, too much numbers, and they're starting to get tier 3 stuff rolling. Flash Skits just hit the field for Ghaz. Double cap still. Chaos are taking the southwest and are not giving up. Use your choppers up on the Warboss himself. Sorcerer tries to teleport in and do some work, but it's not going to work out too great for him. These Chaos Space Marines getting disrupted by the Commandos. The Sorcerer went down again. Been a rough fight for the Chaos fellas. They have a las cannon to try and get that tank down. It's out of range at the moment. Ouch. Warboss levels for Venjitron to 5. More CSM hit the field for Fenrigh. Sneaky sluggers. Yeah, these Marco Zinc CSM are just getting set up on and having to retreat. I don't know why they're getting more CSM. They're getting countered quite hard by this powerful Orc infantry at the moment. Especially when the heroes get involved. Is this the same Death Dread? I think it is. Still going. Eating las cannon shots now, but he's still going. Looted tank trying to shoot down the Dreadnought. Dreadnought trying to lure it into las cannon range. There we go. Looted tank backs away because of that. But they got a triple cap, the Orks. Who's looking after down here? Just some shooter fellas who aren't even facing the right direction, by the way. Chaos Predator on the way for Morty. Another looted tank, this time for Mitch. And it's double flash kits for Ghaz. They do not have blasters yet. But it's still a bunch of Daka. Sluggers, and they think they're trying to repair this tank here. Maybe? Nope, just running past the tank. Come on, fellas. There we go. Just trying to get behind it, maybe, so they're a bit safer, I think. Plague Champion got knocked off the cap there. What was it? What did they get knocked off by? Or maybe by the Commando's rocket launcher. And then he died. He got shot to death. So Dark Flames. Here's that Dreadnought. Mincing through stuff, and there is the Blood Rage. There's a Nob Squad on the field, though. Nob Squad from Venjitron. Don't have their Noblida yet. And they don't have Mina and Greenie yet. Just got their hammers immediately, apparently. Here comes the Noblida. Ignore that tooltip. The Noblida is not ranged infantry. Not sure where they pull that data from. Down goes a Dreadnought. Down to 16 VPs. The Chaos Space Marines. cyanIDe having a good time, of course. We have a Mark of Nurgle tank now for Morty. But I think the Orks are going to see it out because they're getting the mid. And they have the numbers. Yeah, there's no way cyanIDe can retake the northeast. Don't think the tank is going to cut it. Another tank on the way for Fenrigh. It might not even hit the field. There's a 2-to-1. And that's probably the game. Plague Champion is level 6 though. Might try to throw one more Blight Grenade. Come on, buddy. Nope. Decides against life. And leaves. Which is fitting for Nurgle. All life is a lie, as he says. Down goes the tank. There's the GG. And there's the game for the Orks. Competitive at the start, but once they got into like late tier 2, early tier 3, the losses for the Chaos fellas just mounted up too much. And as I said, just didn't do enough to deal with the Orc melee, I think. Storm Boys and the Sluggers just ran over him with the Warboss support. And they have the tools for that, of course. Everyone has the tools to deal with it. And they like got none of them, basically. No Havocs, no anti-melee Plague Champion stuff, no Robes of Torment, no Blood Maul. It were some odd choices, let's say. Level 6 Commando Knob. Level 5 and level 9 Warboss for Ghaz. He did... I think they revived Venjitron a bunch of times, so they got a bunch of XP for that. Level 4 Chaos Sorcerer. Level 6 Plague Champion. And a level 6 Chaos Lord. There you have it, guys. Thank you for hanging out. And thanks to Venjitron for sending in this faction war. It was a quick one. But as I said, this is a fast and brutal map. And we saw some worthy violence, I think. I'll see you guys next time.